Look, it's everywhere, people. It's everywhere. I'm kind of fed up. Even Angry Prepper's starting to figure it out. Angry Prepper, of all people, is like, starting to figure out that all these engagement, everything that we're doing is just feeding it. Everything. If we don't walk away from this, everyone's gonna end up just fucking.
I'm going to say this one time. All right, guys. So, our government, politicians around the world, they're all severely compromised. And we know this because look what's going on with the Epstein file. But let's backtrack before the Epstein file. Let's rewind a little bit and look at the current state of the world and look at the current state of criminal activities that have been going on for decades and in some cases centuries. A lot of people seem to think that politicians are for the people, especially in countries like the United States, UK, free countries, if you will. They seem to think that politicians are working for us because politicians lie, right? They have these campaigns, they stand on their podiums or on somebody's news interview or some podcast, and they make all these word-salading, declarations on how they're going to protect and work for the American people, except for they don't. It doesn't work that way. It never has. It hasn't in quite some time. They are constantly and will forever lie to us. Now, there are some politicians out there that will work for the American people, but they soon realize that they're up against an army of evil people in D.C. or whatever state they work in. The government is compromised, guys. The current president of the United States is compromised. The presidents before Trump were compromised. Everybody is compromised and everybody is working for somebody else. Every president is working for a higher upper class evil, if you will. We all sit here thinking that these people are good people. They're not. Trump is not a good man. Neither is anybody in his administration, because look how they're tap dancing with the Epstein file. You have all of these presidents that have come and gone, that all said that they were going to fight drugs and they were going to shut drugs down, and we still have a drug problem. We have a drug problem because there are a lot of politicians on the tape. The cartel are paying so many politicians to look the other way. Now, granted, guys, we have Israel that keeps donating money to a lot of politicians, right? In fact, the majority of our politicians here in the United States are under Israel influence by way of cash. Israel keeps paying all of these politicians X amount of money to push for them, side with them, whatever it is. You also have the cartel doing the same thing. A lot of politicians, not many, but I would say a few out there that are being brought up by the cartel, being told or telling other agencies to look the other way, or make sure you grab this load of whatever it is, but not that load. That load has $200 million worth of drugs, but this load has 20 million, and we can make it look like a fanfare on TV. We are compromised. Delta Force operator has stated that the United States was compromised because they can't go into cartel country and attack, because before they did, the word would be out and the cartel would be ready for Delta Force to come in. And though Delta Force are the cream of the crop echelon of special forces, even they would meet a challenge going up against cartel, who has, by the way, military weapons and vehicles. That includes Apache helicopters and Black Hawks. Again, guys, we are compromised all the way through. The only way to fight all of this is to take the country back for ourselves, the people, us, and demand that these politicians work for us. They don't. You got certain groups of people that are getting away with tax evasion in the government's face. The things they get away with, it's unreal. But because they got a larger voter block, they get away with that kind of stuff. That's the kind of stuff that people need to shut down. And that's the kind of stuff people need to be bringing attention to. There's a lot of things we need to be fighting. But I'll tell you this, guys, wholeheartedly. Every politician is compromised. Every politician is trying to work for whoever is in their back pocket or whoever back pocket they're in, excuse me, and they're working for that person. It's the pharmaceutical company, the food company. Pharmaceutical company guys are poisoning us on a daily basis. They're constantly putting drugs out there that our bodies cannot naturally process. I would venture to say 90% of the drugs that are being made are made with stuff that our bodies cannot process at all. This is why we have so many adverse side effects and reactions to them. We deal better with natural stuff, but obviously you know where that's going. Our food industry, poison, poison upon poison upon poison. I walk into supermarkets now with a different mindset than when I was a kid. Right as a kid, you wanted that cereal, this cereal, that cereal. Keep in mind, when I was a kid or when we were younger, cereal was a lot cleaner. Cereal now is poisonous. And yet, for whatever reason, the government is allowing for certain levels of lead or chemicals or even rodent feces to be in our foods. Other places around the world will not allow it. Compromised. The Epstein file, out there in the open, questionable emails up and down that file. Nothing being done. Compromise. Drugs running rampant in the United States, flourishing in a lot of neighborhoods, destroying a lot of neighborhoods. They say they can't do anything about it when they can. Compromise. We are compromised on all levels. We're compromised by every politician. And again, some politicians who are out there with their heart in their sleeve trying to stop and fight for the people soon realize they're on their own. They're on an island by themselves. And then they become compromised. We are guys by ourselves. And the reason why I am annoyed with every last person that's supporting any politician, especially the morons right now that are supporting Trump, and the idiots that are still hanging on to Biden and Kamala Harris would have been a better president bullshit. These two groups of idiots are who I'm pissed about because they haven't opened their eyes or awakened to the fact that these people are compromised. They are our enemy by every sense of the word. They are not out here for us. Oh, so Trump gives you a little $2,000 bonus or refund. All of a sudden he's the man. Oh, you got some overtime back. You got some money back in your overtime. Oh, he's a great president. No, he's not. How you handle the morons and idiots of the world is you dangle a few carrots in front of them, you give them a few bonuses, and people go, oh, that's good what he did for me. He didn't do shit. We have bigger problems at bay. We have bigger problems coming in our direction. Forget about the financial crash that when it happens, we're going to be shot, at least us. We're going to be toast. The rich are going to stay rich. Some of the lower level rich, if you will, they're definitely going to feel it, and if not, go poor or broke. The rest of us are going to be living in squalor, but the elites are going to keep doing what they're doing. And why? Because we're sitting here focused on one another and not them. We shouldn't be attacking one another for the little bullshit that goes on. Like if somebody is being charged with tax evasion, I go ahead, man, get away with it. Get as much as you can out of the government, or cheat the government out of what you can, because they cheat us on a daily basis. The taxes that they introduce, the new bullshit taxes that your state introduces, absolutely. If you can get one over on the government when it comes to taxes, by all means. I will be there for you in the insurance section, because they do it to us all the time. In fact, our tax-paying dollars keep going to a country called Israel. And that's okay, but somebody tries to skip out on their taxes, he's the enemy of the state, and they want the crowd, the people, us, to motherfuck him for trying to, at the very least, save as much money as he can so he can spend it on something better than it going to illegal immigrants or Israel. This is where we are. We are where, guys, where a country is constantly attacking those who don't want to pay taxes. Who cares? Where's my tax dollar going to go? To Juana and Consuela so that they can fucking get free iPhones and meals because they came here legally? That's where my tax dollar should go to? Or the poor Israelis at the West Bank who are on welfare and getting subsidized by American dollars and Israel dollars, and that's okay too? This is what we should be upset about, and this is what we should be fighting for. Anyway, guys, this is the Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching.
while that was on, I instantly had a flashback in the middle through all that. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez with a Eat the Rich shirt. They ain't babies. It's about time we push them off their perch. It's about time that we just looked after ourselves. Fuck them cunts. Fuck them. Let them fall. The harder the better.